Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee. Mr. Wayne is standing here to say hi. We're going to show you the best pizza rolls you will ever eat. And I'm going to show you this. We're going to do everything from scratch, everything homemade. I'm going to take you, first we're going to do our pizza dough. And this is the pizza dough that I use all the time when I make pizzas throughout the whole summer in my outdoor wood-fired oven. And it is the best pizza dough that I have ever had. And believe me, making as many pizzas as we do in the summertime, I've tried many different recipes. And this is the best. This is the one I always use. So first off, we're going to make our pizza dough because we're going to need to, I want this to rise. Usually when I make my pizzas, you don't have to let it rise. You can just roll it out and make your pizzas. But this one, I want to be nice and soft because we need to roll this out to make our big pizza rolls. Okay? So with that being said, the first thing we're going to do is add 3 tablespoons of yeast. And I'm just using, I believe it's Safe Instant yeast. Perfect stuff. I love it. I buy it in bulk. Okay? Then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar to this. This is a lot. This, you'll be able to freeze these, either baked or unbaked. It doesn't matter. But if you're going to make pizzas with this, this will make about 8 small pizzas or 4 large pizzas. So we're doing quite a bit of dough, but I'm going to make quite a bit of these rolls so I can give some to my friends, some to my daughter, and we're going to have some for dinner. It's going to be fun. All right, 4 cups of water. I want to make sure that this yeast is alive and it blooms before I put anything else in it. That's going to take just a few minutes, just until I see it starting to come to life. Okay, friends, this is all frothy and lively and beautiful. So what we're going to do is, before I put my flour in there, I always add my oil. And I'm using 1/3 cup. You know, I'm going to go ahead in the description box. I'll do a full recipe for this. I'll also write down a half batch for you, so it's easy for you to, you know, you can do half the amount if you don't want to freeze them, or you don't have room, or you might have just 2 people, you know. So I'll put a half batch in there as well. I'm going to add 9 cups of flour to this. And yes, I'm using my Big Daddy mixer. I always use this one to mix my pizza dough. Usually I double this batch when I'm doing pizzas in the summer. You should be able to use your normal size mixer for this large batch too. 1 more. That makes 9. Now we may need to add a little flour to it. Sometimes you do. It's raining outside, so we may have to add a little extra flour as this is mixing. Then I'm going to put a tablespoon of salt on top of all that. And that's all that goes in here. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my pantry and get this mixing up. Once it's mixed, you're going to want to let it knead for about 8 to 10 minutes. And if you need to add flour to it, just add flour to it, you know, a couple tablespoons at a time. You don't want to overdo it. Okay, friends, our dough is done. Look how clean the bowl is. Okay, we're just going to get this out of here. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here because I'm just going to let it rise right back in there. Okay, we're just going to move this and form this into a ball. really soft, beautiful. This is beautiful pizza dough, friends. You're gonna love this. See how soft it is? Beautiful. Okay, twirl it around and then I flip it. We're just gonna cover it up. We're gonna let this set aside for 30 to 45 minutes. And then when we come back, we can roll it out and I'll show you how our beautiful pizza rolls come together. Okay, friends, this has been rising. Look at how gorgeous it is. For 30 minutes. I didn't have to go for a whole half an hour or a whole 45 minutes. Come on. There we go. All right, so we're gonna roll this. Feel like punching it down. Just roll the air out of it. Beautiful. Okay, I am gonna cut this in half the best that I can. That half's gonna go back in the bowl and we're gonna work with this half at a time, okay? This is beautiful dough. All right, now with the pizza dough, okay? I got my little rolling pin here. The trick with pizza dough is sometimes it can be stubborn. Sometimes it works just beautifully. It just depends. But if you start to roll this out and it starts fighting with you, you know, and giving you fits and not wanting to roll, shrinking up on you, just cover it up with a towel or a piece of plastic, walk away and leave it sit for about 10 minutes. Okay? This seems to be doing okay so far. But it will take me a minute to roll it out. I'm not going to bore you with that. So once I get this rolled into a nice, even rectangle, I'll bring it back and I'll show you how these come together. Okay? And it looks like I may have to just let it set for a few minutes too, because it's going to be a little hard to roll out. And you want to roll it out about the same thickness as you would with the cinnamon roll. Okay? I'm going to come on this side. I can work with this a little better this way. See how nice this is working for me? I like working with pizza dough. I'm not using any flour, but if by chance it starts sticking on you, see this isn't, but if it starts sticking a little bit on you, just throw a little bit of flour on it, it'll be fine. Well, I say, that looks pretty darn good. Okay, we're done with that. Now, I didn't show you, I showed you the one video that I made doing the frozen, or doing the pizzas for the freezer meals. I showed you my homemade no boil sauce. That's what I'm using here. I have a terrible time linking videos to these, but I will put the recipe for this in the description box because this stuff literally is wonderful. We're just going to do just like you would do if you were making cinnamon rolls. Just spread it all out. all the way to the edges, the best you can get it. I want just a little more on here. All right. That looks nice. See how good that looks? Let me turn this down a little so you can see it in its entirety. My oven is preheated to 400 degrees. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to spread out this cheese. Now, this is mozzarella. You can use a combination of mozzarella and Parmesan if you so choose. I'm just using mozzarella. All right, that looks good. I'm using the big pepperonis. I love these. I'm just going to lay them out here. There. You can use the little ones. I usually use these when I make my pizzas because people love these bigger pepperoni rounds. They like them bigger. Okay. We can get one more right up the side of this. This looks like an enormous pizza. You guys are going to love this. Okay, so we're going to start rolling this. Okay. And you might wind up putting your finger on that pepperoni just for a little bit, just to get it going, to hold it in place. Okay, but it works very nice once you get going. There we go. And you're going to bring this dough up because this dough stretches so nice, and just seal that up the best you can. Okay, look at that, beautiful. We'll go through and we'll reseal this. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this in half first. Okay. Okay, now I got my beautiful 17-inch skillet here because remember we're doing 2 of these. So you're just going to want to set these right in this skillet. just to where they're almost touching, but give them just a little bit of room. Okay, see how I got them in there? I'm going to put the other one. We'll do the other. I'll get this one going. Okay, we've got this one rolled out. So let's spread our sauce on here. All right. We don't have to add any other seasonings to this because I've got all the seasonings in my homemade sauce.
Renea.
I don't want that big piece in there. Peaches. She's guarding her house. All right, let me put just a little bit over in through here. I'll break this one up. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Well, we're a little short, so we're going to spread this out a little. There we go. Perfect. Okay, here we go. I want that a little closer to that edge up there, I guess. Okay. Remember, you may have to hold the pepperoni in place till you get this started. It's like wrapping up a wrap. You gotta keep your fingers on everything to keep everything in place. Okay, there we go. I think we got it. All right, then we're gonna seal our edges up. I think I got sauce on my shirt. I do. Got a mess. Now I'm going to bake all mine off, but you can absolutely just take and cut these just like I'm doing right now, and you can freeze them, flash freeze them. And that way, if you don't have a big family, you know, if there's just a few of you, you can take out as many or as few as you want and bake them. Okay? So I would just lay them on a tray and just freeze them that way. Cover them up with plastic, put them in your freezer overnight, and then you can take them out and put them in a Ziploc bag. And you can have them in your freezer and, you know, just bake them off as you need them. Okay, now we're going to have more than what will fit in this pan. So I'll do up another pan as well, or I might just freeze them. Beautiful. Okay, those are gonna sit there for just a second. I am gonna bake those off. I think I'll go ahead. I got oil on my brush from my other pan. So I'm just gonna oil this pan up a little bit. Okay, and we'll do this one as well. That was a perfect fit. Beautiful. Okay. These are going to have to set aside. Okay, so my oven's preheated. These are going in the oven just the way they are for 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to get this cleaned up and I'm going to show you how I put together my butter, my garlic parsley butter to brush on the tops of them when they're done. Okay, friends, this is really simple to do. I am going to go ahead. I'm only going to use a half a stick of butter. You can use margarine. I'm just going to use butter. Now, I'm going to put I'll put the recipe to this in the description box. That's my parsley. I put probably a tablespoon of parsley in there. And I'm going to put, about 2 teaspoons of garlic powder in there. Now you also, because it's for the pizza, we could put, and I think we will, we could put a little bit of Italian seasoning here. Not a whole lot of that, just a pinch. Okay, now what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to set this in the oven until it's melted. While those rolls are cooking. That's how easy that is. And I slather that all over the crust of my pizzas. We're going to put it on our pizza rolls, and people love that. Take a look at these, friends. Those are gorgeous. All right, now my butter is melted. So we're just going to butter the he's hollering at peaches. Butter the tops of these. Oh, look at that. They smell divine, friends. Whew. And then I got the other pan in there in the oven. And then when we get all these done, we'll give them a try. We'll bust right into them, friends. Take a look at that. They're gorgeous. All right, those are just going to cool while the other ones are in the oven. And when those are done, we'll butter those up, and these ones will probably be cool enough to try.
Hello, friends. We ain't waiting.
We ain't waiting. He isn't waiting. He wants to try them. All right, let's see. Ooh, look at, oh, they're so soft. Don't they smell good?
Mm-hmm. They smell delicious.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, we gotta see how the bottom turned out on these. Oh, beautiful. Take a look, friends. That's a big old beautiful pizza roll. All right, give it a whirl. You sure you don't want to try a little one? How about a half of one? I'll split one with you. Okay. Aren't they nice and soft? You're gonna love that. All right, we're gonna cut another one here. I have to cut this one in half. Use a sharp knife. A sharp knife.
They're pretty good.
You like them?
Mm-hmm.
Here, try this. Let's have one. I think they are. They smell wonderful. Look at how the bottom turned out. Nice and crispy and gorgeous. I did oil the bottom of this pan a little bit. Those are good.
Mm-hmm.
Those, friends, those are really good. Mmm. You can freeze them baked or unbaked. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they good? Mmm. They'd be good dunked in a little marinara. A little more pizza sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But the grandkids would probably dunk them in ranch. Mm-hmm.
Have another one?
Mm-hmm. You know they're good. Is it too hot for you? Mm-hmm. Yep, we're gonna give our neighbors some of these too to try. Larry will like them. My mouth is full. Okay, friends. We're gonna go enjoy these. Well, there we go, friends. These are wonderful, and I hope that you give them a try because you're gonna love them. And remember, you can freeze them baked or unbaked. You see there's quite a few missing here, but I sent my friend, my neighbor, about 3 of them to his house too, and John ate a couple of them, and then we split one. So, but we got this big pan and these, and you know what? I've got a couple neighbors that are going to get this. They're going to love it, because there's no way we're going to eat all these. But take a look, friends. Those are gorgeous. Absolutely. And if you got cast iron, they cook up beautiful in cast iron. So I'll put the recipes to this in the description box along with the garlic butter that I put together. You all give this a try, friends. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen. I'll see you in the next video, friends. And as always, thanks for watching.